Basketball teaches you about being a good team player and can be a great social sport. Adults should check with their doctor before taking up basketball. Basketball puts a lot of stress on the body and injuries can happen. So warming up, stretching your muscle and joints, and cooling down is important. Make sure you have a plenty of fluids on hand and rehydrate regularly. Good day, students! I'm here to share another knowledge that we can share to others. I'm Aldon D. Taberna, and for today's lesson, we are tackling the benefits, rules, and regulations of basketball. Without further ado, let's start! Health benefits of basketball. Basketball involves a lot of starting and stopping. While not renowned as an aerobic sport, it is still a great workout that can help you burn calories. An hour of basketball can burn 630 to 750 calories, build endurance, improve balance and coordination, develop concentration and self-discipline, also build up muscle. The other benefits of basketball, as well as being a great way to stay fit, basketball can also help you to make new friends and see them regularly, teach you about being a good team player. Be played by people of all ages and all abilities. Be played all year round because it's usually an indoor sport. Be a fun game that kids of all levels and ages can enjoy. Be practice alone. All you need is a ball and hoop. And you can find a hoop in most local parks and school grounds. Be played and enjoyed with as few as 2 people, although official games require 10 players. Now, let's talk about the physical and mental benefits of basketball. The first one is it strengthens muscular endurance. Playing basketball requires agility, strength, and stamina. You must quickly move and change direction using high intensity, short duration, muscle contraction. You will also need muscular endurance, which is the ability of muscles to repeatedly apply force for an extended period. You can increase your muscular endurance by playing basketball and doing exercises to build lower and upper body strength. Next one is builds healthy bones. Playing a team sport, such as basketball, can provide unique physical and mental health benefits. Research from 2018 trusted source found that playing a team-based sport has a positive effect on bone strength. People who played handball and football were shown to have more bone mineral density than those who were sedentary. Next is improves balance and coordination. Playing basketball requires you to develop hand-eye and foot coordination as you maintain your balance throughout the movements. As you play, you need to move your body quickly as you jump, pivot, or change direction. Basketball requires you to use motor skills such as shooting, passing, and dribbling. You will also become skilled in rebounding and defensive moves. Maintaining a strong body will help you perform all of these movements with greater ease. Next is to develop fundamental movement skills. Playing basketball offers you the opportunity to develop the motor skills necessary for development. Research from 2018 trusted source points to the effectiveness of basketball in enhancing the fundamental movement skills that children need to learn. Playing basketball helps to improve motor coordination, flexibility, and endurance. It also encourages speed, agility, and strength. These skills are shown to have a positive effect on promoting a healthy body weight and encouraging more physical activity, which can enhance cardiorespiratory fitness and self-esteem. Improves body composition. In a 2018 study trusted source, researchers found that playing basketball had a positive effect on overall body composition. In this study, untrained men underwent 3 months of street basketball training, which had a positive effect on overall fitness and body composition. After the training, the men increase their lean body mass and lower their body fat percentage. Next is boost heart health. Regular physical activity helps to improve heart health and overall fitness levels. According to research from 2019, basketball increases resting heart rates, which has a positive effect on cardiorespiratory fitness. This is linked to a lower chance of developing cardiovascular disease. The other one is to develop self-confidence. You may develop self-confidence as you find your voice and learn more about who you are in a new situation. As a team, members can encourage, motivate, and support each other. They can also point out areas that need improvement, which can lead to positive growth. Success on the court can extend into other areas of your life, and you may find that you have a newfound belief in yourself and your abilities. And it also lowers stress. Engaging in physical activity releases endorphins, which are the feel-good or happiness hormones. Endorphins may boost your mood, promote relaxation, and reduce pain. They can also alleviate depression, boost self-esteem, and enhance your work performance. Playing basketball will also help you hone your concentration skills by staying focused on the game. This may also help you develop present moment awareness or mindfulness. These tools may be effective in allowing you to deal with anxiety in other areas of your life. It encourages team spirit. Playing basketball helps foster a sense of community and teamwork. You may have a chance to positively interact with people from different backgrounds, which can broaden your perspective. Plus, you will learn to play fairly and graciously regardless of the outcome of your performance. Your teammates and you can aim to be supportive, positive role models for each other. And lastly, it is also develops communication skills. As you interact with your teammates, you may learn new ways to communicate verbally and non-verbally. You'll have the chance to talk to your teammates and listen to what they have to say. Most likely, there will be time to communicate before, during, and after a game or practice. Whether you learn to speak up or stay silent more often, positive communication skills will bring benefits to your athletic, personal, and professional life. From NBA basketball to the Olympic Games to pick-up games at the local gym, basketball is a popular sport able to be played at multiple skills level. Like all sports, basketball has a unique set of rules that establish guidelines for personnel, penalties, and gameplay. Learn more about the rules of basketball and the penalties of breaking them. Now, we are proceeding to the basketball rules and regulation explained inside 16 common rules. Dr. James Naismith invented the game of basketball in Springfield, Massachusetts in 1891. The objectives of today's game stems directly from Naismith original rules that are based around shooting a ball through a metal hoop suspended above the ground, which is called a basket. These rules include: the first one is only 5 players per team on the court. In the NBA, WNBA, and NCAA basketball, each team can play a maximum number of 5 players on the court. If a team breaks the main rule, they will lose possession of the ball. Sometimes this inadvertently happens, particularly at low levels of the game, when substitute players check into the game and others don't leave the court in time. Next is score more than your opponent to win. To win the game, a team must score more field goals than the other team. A field goal refers to any basket a player scores during gameplay. Field goals can be worth 2 or 3 points. Field goals shot from inside the arc that designate the 3-point line on the court are worth 2 points. Field goals shot from outside the arc are worth 3 points. Field goals can take the form of jump shot, layups, slam dunks, and tip-ins. Next is to score within the shot clock. Teams have a limited amount of time to shoot the ball during given possession. In the NBA and WNBA, teams are allowed 24 seconds of possession before they must shoot, while NCAA teams are allowed 30 seconds. A shot clock mounted above the hoop and each side of the court displays the counts down the time allotted. If the shot clock elapses, the opposing team forfeits the ball and becomes the defensive team. Next is dribbling advances the ball. Basketball players may only advance the ball by passing or dribbling, bouncing the ball on the floor. As they move up and down the court, if a player stops dribbling, they may not resume. Instead, they must pass the ball or shoot it. If an offensive player with possession of the ball stops, then continues dribbling before passing or shooting, the referee will call a double dribble, and the opposing team gets the ball. Additionally, players may only advance the ball by dribbling it. If they run while holding the ball, they are traveling. Referees will issue a traveling call, and possession of the ball will go to the opposing team. The offense has 5 seconds to inbound the ball. After the offense scores a basket, the opposing team receives possession of the ball. One of their players has to inbound the ball from designated spot on the sidelines of the court to resume gameplay. The player has 5 seconds to pass the ball to another player on his team, or else the team loses possession. The defender cannot contact the ball when the offensive player is trying to inbound it, or the referee can issue a technical foul. Next, the offense must advance the ball. Once an offensive team advances the ball past of the half-court line, the ball handler may not cross the line again, or a referee will award possession of the ball to the opposing team. Ball and ball handler must remain inbounds. During gameplay, the player with possession of the ball must stay within the designated inbounds line marked on the court. If a player steps out of bounds or touches this line with their foot while holding the ball, the referee will award possession to the opposing team. Additionally, if a player shoots the ball while their foot is touching the line and the shot is successful, it will not count. Next, defenders can't interfere with the shot on a downward trajectory. After the offensive player shots the ball, it is illegal for a defensive player to interfere with it once it begins its descent toward the rim. This interference is called goaltend and will result in an automatic field goal for the offense. Defenders can legally block or steal the ball. The defending team's goal is to prevent the offensive team from scoring by either stealing the ball, blocking the ball from entering the basket, or using defensive tactics to prevent an offensive player from shooting and scoring. Next, defenders must leave the paint after 3 seconds. The area directly in front of the basket is sometimes referred to as the paint or inside the key. Offensive player may not camp out in this area waiting for the ball or an offensive rebound. Any individual player can spend a maximum of 3 seconds at a time in space before they have to move. Once they step out of the paint, they can return. If the referee notices a player hovering in the paint for over 3 seconds, the team will receive a 3-second violation. Each team is allotted a certain number of fouls. The NBA allows each team a total of 5 fouls per quarter. Once a team surpasses this allotment, they go into the bonus, which means the official will award the opposing team with free throws for every additional foul that a player commits in that quarter of play. In the NCAA, these foul shots are known as 1-and-1 shots, which means that if a player makes the first free throw, they receive a second free throw. If they miss the first free throw, either team can rebound the errant shot and claim possession. After 10 teams fouls, the opposing team gets double bonus, which means they get to take 2 foul or shots. Next is illegal contact results in a foul. When a basketball player commits illegal physical contact against an opposing player, the referee will call a personal foul. Most players' fouls involve contact that impedes an opposing player's gameplay. When a player fouls another player on an opposing team in an act of shooting, the referee rewards a fouled player with unguarded free throws from the foul line. Each successfully made free throws counts for 1 point. Referees can assess coaches with fouls for unsportsmanlike acts, such as using profanity to dispute a missed call. Illegal contact results in a personal foul. A personal foul is an infraction that violates the rule in the game. Player can incur personal fouls by pushing, blocking, or striking another player in the act of shooting. Shooting fouls result in free throw attempts for the fouled player. If a defender fouls a shooter attempting a 2-point shot, the shooter will receive 2 free throws. If a shooter is fouled during a 3-point shot attempt, they will receive 3 free throws. If the player makes the shot they were attempting at the time of illegal contact, the basket counts and the shooter will receive 1 free throw. The other one is excessive contact result in a flagrant foul. Flagrant fouls refer to a personal foul that can potentially injure the opponent. These fouls carry heavier penalties such as fines, immediate ejection, and even a suspension. There are 2 types of flagrant fouls: flagrant foul penalty 1 and flagrant foul penalty 2. Flagrant 1 refers to fouls involving unnecessary contact. The penalty for this type is a free throw for the opponent and possession of the ball. Flagrant 2 refers to any foul involving unnecessary excessive contact. Officials perform an instant play review to determine if an act qualifies for a flagrant 2 penalty. If it does, the player at fault is assessed a fine and an automatic ejection from the game, and the opposing team receives free throws and possession of the ball. Charges and illegal screen result in an offensive foul. An offensive foul is a personal foul that offensive players commit when their team possesses the ball. The 2 most common offensive fouls are charging and illegal ball screen. Charging is when an offensive player makes contact with a defensive player who has planted their feet in a lock position. An illegal screen is when non-ball handling offensive player moves while setting a screen for their teammate to prevent a defender from moving about the court. Last, we have certain rule violation result in technical fouls. A technical foul is a penalty for violating the game's administrative rules. Officials commonly assess technical fouls for fighting and verbal abuse, often assessing coaches with this penalty if they are too abrasive when disputing a call. Technical fouls result in a free throw and a change of possession. If a player or coach receive 2 technical fouls in the same game, the referee will eject them. Players with a long history of technical foul risk suspension from a regular season and even playoff games. The rules of basketball can vary slightly depending on the level of play. For example, professional rules differ from college rules, or where the game is played, international rules are different from USA professional rules. These rule differences, however, are usually just variation on the basic game of basketball, and the majority of the rules discussed below can be applied to most any game of basketball played. Now, we all know the benefits, rules, and regulations of basketball. I hope that you can share this knowledge to others. Again, I'm Aldon Dita Berna, and thank you for watching.